Terry Nunn from Berlin, and you are listening to Brigade-Radio-One.
You're listening to Brigade-Radio-One.
It's never too early to Halloween. In fact, we're just going to go full Halloween mode from here on out. It's going to be about Halloween from now until Halloween, so I hope you're ready. And joining us, nothing scarier than this gentleman, one of our all-time favorites, actually a real hero around here. There's this, and that, I mean that sincerely. Not only a creative genius and a super hyper-talented guy, probably one of the nicest guys in the business, so much so even my mom recognizes that, Mr. Stan Zimmerman. Stan, how are you?
Well, welcome back. For me, I mean, why have you not invited me back for so long?
Well, actually, you have been invited.
I'm
but
sitting
you've been busy.
waiting
no,
in my house.
First of all, you don't have to wait. You never have to wait.
I'm just giving you a hard time. It's scary. It's a scary Halloween.
It is a scary Halloween. I actually have asked you on the show, but you've been doing things like you've got a new play. You just ended a new play, and you're now starting a new play, and you're doing like an Emmy run.
There's so much. Are we going to keep that music on through the whole show?
No, sorry. Let me turn it on.
I kind of like
scary?
that, actually. Well, Halloween was a very big deal in my house. I grew up in Southfield, Michigan, and we had this really cool two-story house. In the front, there was a porch, and then we had this big picture window. So I would dress my mother up as a witch, put her in the window with a
like
kettle.
Norman Bates, but
exactly. Well, I had a little Norman Bates, and I would got a kettle, and we put dry ice, and she would stir the dry ice. And then we had a piano in the living room, so I built like a ghost that was playing, and we had coffins, and it was a whole big production. And I would literally put this production together by the time I got home at like 3:35 in the afternoon until it got dark. And it became a kind of a tradition, and the news came by one year, and I have scary music like that playing from, remember that Disney had a scary album or something, and I would play it upstairs.
Disney's Halloween classics.
Yes, that's one of them. And the little kids would be scared to come up. Now, I had to do it because my mother, she was really against sugar and candy, so she would give out little boxes of raisins. So who would want to come to our house for raisins? So I felt I needed to augment that with something fun to draw the crowds in, and it was a really, really cool thing, and it became a little tradition.
You know what I love about that is you're smart enough to recognize the deficiency in raisins and realize, look, we're going to have to step up our game.
Yes.
We're going to need, if we don't have any offense, we need a good defense.
And I love raisins now. At the time, you know, it was like I was a really friggin' sugarholic. I mean, every time I went to the dentist, I would have like 3 or 4 cavities.
I have an appreciation for parents like yours who not only let their kids decorate like a crazy. Okay, that's Jason Richter, everybody. He's just jumped in.
Hey, play some scary music for his entrance.
Oh, I was just here, I promise. I was stepped out for one moment. And
Jason Richter's entered the studio, everybody.
I apologize for being late, sir.
No, it's all good. You're a busy guy. We'll get to you in a moment. You got a lot of exciting things happening. Right now, producer, writer, extraordinaire Stan Zimmerman is telling me about his Halloween experiences as a kid and how his mom gave out raisins. But what I was going to say was I actually... You know, as a kid, you hate that. You always want the candy, right?
Of course.
But I do kind of now, as a parent, respect the parents. Are like, hey, here's some school supplies.
They do school supplies?
You know, one house in my neighborhood gives away, like, packets of, like, notebooks and pencils and stuff.
And metal detectors.
Dum-dum rounds. And, it's...
Bullet reloader.
Right. So, I have more respect for it now. Now, I will say my neighborhood goes on to DEFCON 1 at Halloween. And actually, it started with 2 or 3, I think, and I don't want to say they were competitive, but they were overzealous houses that clearly had an eye on each other. We're all neighbors, obviously. I live in one of the last American neighborhoods. It's a police neighborhood where everyone knows each other and actually can interact. But now, if you go there, it's like, you know, scary lane. I mean, every house has got something going.
And what do you do for Christmas? Anything?
Christmas is full throttle. It's like the Griswold. It's like a Walmart Christmas.
You better subscribe to this channel before you look uncool.